And good morning. Welcome to Daily Service. We're back for another day. It's Thursday. We made it. I'm super pumped. Y'all, not TikTok. YouTube is on me. They're like, no child. You are not gonna be playing music. Copyright. So no music today. But today we're going to be having a beautiful conversation. Sorry, I'm trying to finish my little breakfast, trying to get my life together. We're going to have a beautiful conversation today for daily service around, you say that you trust, but do you really trust yourself? Now, the funny part about everything that has been going on is I've been reading this book recently called Crazy Faith. Crazy Faith by Michael Todd. Crazy Faith is phenomenal, but it's all about having the faith to believe in God or whatever it is that you're believing within, right? And it cracks me up because we say we have faith. We say that we trust the universe. We say that we trust God, yet we run around here freaking out. And I say we, again, remember I told y'all, it ain't just you, me too. We run around here freaking out, and it begs to question, do you trust yourself? Okay, this has been something that I personally have been working on, a sense of trusting myself, trusting the process, trusting the timing. And let me tell you, trusting makes you very uncomfortable because you're over here like, oh my God, okay, I trust. I think I trust. God, I trust. It's like this emotion. And so today we're going to talk about getting off the fence. I say that lack of trust in God and the universe, in this straddling of the fence, it has everything to do with you not trusting you. And again, not just you, me too. The lack of trust in ourselves is the reason we don't trust the outer experience. We don't trust that it's going to happen. We don't trust that we're going to be okay. We don't trust we're going to get the money to pay the bill. We don't trust that we're going to find love. We don't trust that the business is going to expand. Let me tell you, all of these things that we aren't out here trusting, we are just creating the thing that we're like if I'm thinking, oh, the money's never going to show, I'm not trusting that money has my back. I'm not trusting that God is going to supply. I'm not trusting that the universe knows and it's going to move heaven and earth to make sure I get what I deserve. So the trust starts with me. And why does the trust start with you, right? Because at the end of the day, when we're moving forward and doing the things in which we do, we are literally deciding. Because again, remember, this is I'm gonna say this. This is the I'm gonna die here. You are the creator. You were brought here to create. So if you don't trust that you will receive, guess what? You won't. If you don't trust that everything is working out for you, guess what? It's not. We are the creators. So this lack of trust, we say we trust. Oh, dance party. My dance party alarm every day. We say we trust. Me real quick. Okay. We say we trust, but we aren't trusting truly at all. Right? And the thing about it is, for me, I struggle with trusting the process. And again, I can't talk for everybody, right? But I can talk about what my struggles, right? And I struggle with it because I like to be in control. Who else likes to be in control out here? Okay. I like to be in control. I like to know the outcome, what's the haps, Okay, I like to know how I'm getting there. I even used the example yesterday of a GPS. You put your destination in the GPS, you're like, hey, this is where we're going. Okay. And it's hilarious because you don't know the direction, especially if you've never been there before. You don't know what street it's going to tell you to turn down. You don't know how long you're going to be on the freeway for. There's so many things that you don't know, but you trust the process. So doing that more with our life is mandatory. Doing that more with our businesses, with our jobs, with our love, with our anything moving forward, trusting the process is where the magic is. And it's where many of us fail. Okay. I believe in failing. So fail as often as you can. But begin to trust yourself. I think even those who fail, at some point, they trusted themselves enough to try. Okay, you just need about this much trust. I'm gonna tell you, it's funny because in the book Think and Grow Rich, in the book Crazy Faith, he talks about only needing 51% faith. Right. And so I stand behind that. You only need 51% trust in yourself. That's it. You don't need the whole 100. You don't need to fully believe it to be true. You just need 51% of trust in yourself. And why would that be? That's not a lot, right? 51% is only halfway and then bing. Right? But that little bit more trust than doubt is what is needed. A little bit more trust in yourself than doubting yourself is what is needed, especially when we are creating. I only need this much more trust that it is already mine than the doubt. And then guess what? This is what I love about it. And I said this on Monday. All you have to do is decree and declare, and the world is going to show up and meet you there. The universe is going to show up and say, hey, boo, this is for you. Here's the sign. Go this way, go this way. When you decree and declare, you're putting what you want into your GPS of life. And you're saying, hey, would love this. Woohoo. Okay. And then God in the universe is like, here's a sign. Here's a sign. Here's a sign. Here's a sign. So you're going to naturally get into action on said things. So you just need to trust yourself a little bit to be able to even say, I am. Right? For me, like I said, I decreed and declared, let's even go back. We can even go back. All right, let's go. Help you with what? Tell me more. I would love to. But we can even go back, right? When even it came to quitting my job. Me quitting my job happened way before I quit my job. And quitting my job had everything to do with me making and declaring the statement of, I am a business owner. And it took me a while to even get there, because I'm going to be honest with you. People would ask me what I do, and I automatically would state the job. Automatically, because it was something that was ingrained within me. Okay. But it wasn't until I decided, I kept saying, I can't wait till I quit this job. I was always talking about it, but it wasn't until I decided I am a money mindset coach that everything changed. All of a sudden, ways were made, doors were opening in order for me to exit. But I had to believe within my body first that I was a business owner, not an employee. And it started with that first statement of, I am. I love to remind people all throughout the Bible, I am is all over the Bible. And when you say I am, I mean, it makes me wonder, who are you talking to? You're talking to yourself. I am God. I am the beginning and the end. I'm the Alpha. I'm the Omega. Come on, it's you. You are the creator. You were brought here to create. And so what does that look like? It looks like you trusting yourself enough to receive it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We say we trust, we say we believe, we say all these things, but the reality of it is, are you acting like it? I'm done with the gibbering of the jaws. Are you acting like it? Okay, like we love our angel numbers. I love me some angel numbers, so I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I love it when I see the 222s, the 111s, the 333s, right? But you're trusting the angel numbers more than you're trusting the decisions that all you got to do is make, right? If I'm the creator and I say, I am, that decision is what we trust. The angel numbers are just beautiful signs leading you along the way. You're on the right track. You're doing a good job. It's just like when you're running a marathon. I love those people on the side. I just love them so much. You're running around the marathon and they got water, they got snacks, right? They're cheering you on. That's what signs are. That's what angels numbers are. It's the cheering. Woo, you got this. You're doing a good job. You're manifesting. Keep going. Okay. It's so funny. I saw this really cute video of this lady. So I think someone sent it to me. And there was this couple that was walking the halls in her apartment building, and it was every day, same time, walking the halls. And she loved it. So you know what she did? She put snacks and waters out for them at the end of the hall. And every day they would come with a snack, grab themselves a water, smile, wave. I mean, it was adorable. And that sense of community, that sense of cheering them on, let them know you're doing a good job. So that's what the signs are. The decision is made by you. Trust your decision. You're deciding whatever it is for a reason. Maybe it's a business that you're wanting to start. You want to start this business for a reason. Maybe you're ready to leave that 9 to 5. You want to leave for a reason. Right? So we have to start getting comfortable with, I am the creator. So the decisions that I make, the statements that come out of my mouth happen. And since how I'm deciding creates my reality, oh shit, let me get intentional. Let me stop playing with the game. Okay. And then a lot of people, this is another thing I love. We're waiting for alignment instead of choosing. You're waiting for someone to say, yeah, over here, this is the right decision, right choice, right everything. You over here like, okay, good, there it is. Okay, now I'm gonna go. No, we move first. I tell people this all the time. You know, that song, when I move, you move, just like that. I feel like that's what God is saying to us. The universe is like, when you move, then I'm gonna move, just like that. Okay, so when you move, I'm gonna move, just like that. So we have to start getting comfortable with being the one to move first. You are the creator. The decisions and alignments are up to you. You get to say, oh, I own, and I know it sounds crazy. Jackie, oh my God, this all just sounds so crazy. It cannot be that simple. Yes, it is. I am. Throw that I am on anything you want. Hell, we throwing it on a whole bunch of stuff we don't want right now anyway. It's so funny because I was even, oh my God, I don't know if y'all watched the America's Next Top Model, the whole just recap. Woo! Y'all can hate on Tyra. Y'all can hate on Tyra as much as you want, but that woman stood 10 toes down in the confidence of who she was. And she was on there to try to get more ratings. I mean, it was obvious because that's what she desired. She desired this famedom from this show. But from the beginning, she said it was going to be a hit. She knew it. She decided. She wasn't waiting for alignment. And even when they tell the story, they went to so many networks and they got turned down by everybody. And then the last network she showed up to, they said yes. And the funny part about that story to me, see, I look at shows differently. Everybody's like, oh my God, the drama, the drama. Look at her. She was acting up. I'm over here like, okay, but she killed it. She said what she wanted to do. She said what she said, and she accomplished it. It did burn up in flames at the end, but she still killed it, right? But the whole point of the matter is when she got to that last I can't even think straight, but she got to the last station and she was talking to him, and it wasn't the pitch that sold. It was when she stood up and behaved like Miss J. She walked like him, talked like him, gave a bit of what they would experience in the show. They were the ones that said yes. And this is what trips me out about that. She embodied the show and got her yes. Like they weren't even planning. They were just taking the meeting to be nice. And the lady was like, Tyra even said, she peeked up and looked once she saw me moving and walking like Miss J. We have to move first. Our bodies have to be the identity of who we're on our way to becoming to receive it. So when you start moving and behaving like the individual in which you're walking towards, your life begins to change. Because everything else will meet you there. And see, that is the trust. Trust is not a word. Trust is not a feeling. Trust is an action. So when I ask you, you say you trust the universe, but do you trust yourself? Are you willing to make a move on the things that scare you? Are you willing to move towards the businesses, the clients, the opportunities that you feel are out of your league? Are you willing to move towards the degree that you've always wanted? Are you willing to move? Because again, when I move, you move just like that. And the I, we're talking about us, you, me. When we move, God, the universe, the angels, everybody gonna move on your behalf to make sure that what you have decided, what you have trusted in knowing will be yours. So we move first, okay? And then another thing, trusting ourselves, is we're asking for clarity and avoiding just getting into it and doing it all together. I love it when, I'm not going to say no names, but I have a client who, man, I feel like it took her forever to step into her genius in her business. Forever. Like we talked about it so many times, so often. Every single time it'd be like, yeah, I love it. I'm going to do it. And then turn around and she's not doing the things. And she said, well, I'm just looking for more information. I feel like I had to research a little further. I love to call this analysis paralysis. Okay, because you sitting up here trying to overanalyze to make it clear or to get clear understanding, and all the while you ain't doing nothing. You know how doggy pedaling in the water? I mean, it could be fun. It was fun when I was little, but now that I'm old, that's a lot of work to just be pedaling my feet and not go nowhere. Okay, just pedaling my feet underwater, just to be in this one spot. I'd rather be on a floaty. Okay, and so it's funny to me because a lot of us, we are sitting in the same spot doing this. You get another course, you're getting another, Lord have mercy. Let me tell you, and when I'm talking about this, me too. All the courses, I had to even promise myself, no more courses. You're done. You don't need another course. What you're going to do right now is you're just going to execute. Okay. We just going to get into action. I had to decide that. Right. And that decision did not come easily Because every time a course is coming across my feed, what am I doing? Well, maybe it could help me. You know what I'm saying? Treading water. We treaded water. But we're trying to get across this ocean, across this sea to this island that you're going to be able to lay on and relax on once the business is doing everything you want it to be doing, right? But that takes, we can't keep treading water. We must move, okay? We have to move, and getting into action on what we want is the trust. Like I said, trust is not just this word that we're touting and throwing in the sky. Trust is a verb. Take us back to elementary school. A verb is an action word. So trust is an action word. When you trust yourself, even if it's only 51%, like I said, that will move the needle towards everything you want. We have been trained to believe that our worth is attached to our effort. Your action may not take a lot of effort at times. The only action you may even honestly need is to meditate, to pray, to decree and declare it. Right? Your action may not even take a lot of effort, but many of us feel we got to do all the things. And then that alone, that feeling like, oh, it's going to be so much, it keeps us from doing what we're meant to do as well. It's funny to me, I deal with a lot of women in business, and some of the blocks that I notice that women in business have is the fear of having to do so much. Like, one of my biggest fear as a woman in business that I had to overcome was feeling like I have to be on all the time. I mean, that'll freak anybody out, feeling like you got to be on all the time. And you know what I mean by on, like on it, like on top of everything, right? I stopped feeling like that the moment I started to allow myself to rest. Okay. The moment I started to allow myself the space to regulate my nervous system, to calm down, to chill, to pour into me. Now I don't feel like I have to be on all the time because I have scheduled times that I don't have to be on for anybody. Right? So it is up to us to decide. When you say, oh, I don't want to be successful because right? Any type of excuse of why you don't want to be successful, it matters. Because the opposite is also true. But we have to understand what that is, what the opposite of it is. So like I said, when I'm feeling like I got to be on, I got to make time to turn it off. We talked about this yesterday. Knowing what you don't want allows you to figure out what it is that you do want. So if I'm on all the time, I also have the ability to turn it off. Okay. And turning it off is so powerful. Rest, there's so much magic in rest. I think we don't give ourselves enough credit for the rest. Some of us feel lazy when we rest. We give ourselves a hard time when we rest. But that rest may be the action you need to be abundantly successful. Because rest oftentimes allows your brain to rest and relax, and now it's coming back on fire. I've taken a nap and woken up and had more ideas flying out of me than I ever would have had pushing through. So knowing the action to take in order to trust, because rest takes trust in yourself. I trust myself to get her done even better after I rest. So we say that we trust God, we say that we trust the universe, and I bring it back to this, but do you trust yourself? Because that trust in yourself is how we create big. It's how we create beautiful, and it's how we create fast. So we have to stop looking for the signs. We got to stop waiting for the alignment, and we got to stop looking for all the clarity before we move. When you move, I move just like that. We have to be the first to move. And then God and the universe, they're going to back us up 100%. They respond to your self-trust. They respond to your movement. They respond to you saying yes to you. They respond when you make a decision and decide. Because you are the creator. So when we stop being so caught up in the fear, the worry, the overwhelm, the what other people think, and we start trusting ourselves to make the right decision, because let's be honest, if you want it, it's the right decision. Move forward with it. There's people out here making decisions willy-nilly, all kinds of crazy decisions, right? I'm not gonna get political, but in our government, there's a lot of decisions being made. They just decide, and they don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, are we going to move with authority on our decisions? Because as the creator, you are creating what happens next. You were made in his image. So we're going to intentionally create. So trusting ourselves is imperative. So today's one thing I'm asking you to do, make one bold move today without asking for reassurance. You don't need the clarity, okay? You don't need to make sure it's aligned. You don't need the signs. You just need to make one bold decision. You don't need reassurance. Like I told you, God said, when you move, I move just like that. So we have to be the first to move. I've decided this is what I'm doing. I get it. I like to ask God, you sure? I heard a story the other day. Oh my God, I love Reverend Ike. I don't know if you guys have his videos are resurfacing back on YouTube, but I love Reverend Ike. And he was making a statement about how, Jesus, when Jesus was grabbing all the people, all the disciples that were rolling with him, he went down. He didn't go to the church. He went down to everywhere else, okay? And these people were the sinners, okay? And even they were saying, are you sure you're choosing me? It's kind of like that. When you start to ask God, like, wait, you sure? He put it in your spirit for a reason. He put it in your mind for a reason. He told you to do the thing for a reason. Let me tell y'all, I'm about to just holler right now. God told me to come live. He's been telling me to come live, and I didn't do it. I'll be honest with you. Oh my God. I was even in a Bible study group. We read the Bible in a year last year. I'm laughing at myself because I'm like, I cannot believe I did this. And I told everybody almost every week, I'm gonna start going live. God keep talking to me, telling me to go live. And I did not do it. This is a whole year later, and here I am. And the first day I did the live, y'all, I cried. I cried like a baby because he told me to do it. And then after I did it, it felt so good, but I had to move. It had been on my heart for a long time. It kept creeping up in my spirit often, especially after I heard people, yeah, my lives are really kicking off. I'm doing all well. I'm like, dang, girl, this is supposed to be you. Where you at? Because I didn't trust myself. Okay. And that's the thing. God responds to your self-trust first. So we must trust ourselves. We must know to be true what he has for us next. Okay. And it's whatever it is you want. I promise you. I promise you. We are meant to live abundantly. Whatever abundance may look like to you. If it's love, if it's joy. If it's love, if it's joy. Right? If it is money, abundance in the bank account, if it's cars, if it's houses, if it's, whatever it is for you, you deserve. People have given money such a bad rap, I believe. my opinion. And the thing about it is, money is here to support you live the life that you're meant to live. When you give money a bad rap, I feel like that's a sense of lack of trust in you and yourself. You're not trusting yourself to live the life abundantly that you've been brought here to live. And you deserve it. So we have to stop holding ourselves back from the abundance that is meant for us and begin to acknowledge that there's so much wonderful, beautiful, like so many wonderful, beautiful things in the world that are meant for you. You just got to get out of your own way and trust yourself. Trust yourself to receive them. Trust yourself to have fun with them. Trust yourself to just enjoy. Trust yourself that you're worthy. Trust yourself that you're deserving, because guess what? You are. Okay. And that's exactly, it's so funny because when I really stop and think about money mindset work, and the reason I got into money mindset work, it had more to do with self-love than it did anything else, because you only receive the amount of money that in which you think you deserve. I'm going to say that again. You only receive the amount of money in which you think you deserve. So when you look at your bank account, oftentimes that may make you clench your booty cheeks a little bit, because you like, do I only think I deserve this much? Like, I need to do something different. And we do. And so that's exactly why I created my program, Manifest That Shit. It is a way for you to pour into yourself 100%. You get to love on you. You find the sense of confidence that is lacking in making these decisions. You find this, that's one of the things I loved about all my clients. When they walked away, they're like, Jackie, I'm so confident. I ain't never been this confident before. You know, because we do the work, we love on ourselves. Every activity that I have the ladies do inside Manifest That Shit is the way of loving on themselves differently, is a way of reminding themselves of their power, reminding themselves, I have been brought here to create the life I want to create, and they begin to create it. Their manifestations happen so much faster than anyone else's because we literally collapse time. Collapsing time sounds like such a foreign, who the hell collapses time? But it's a sense of you align with that human being you're on your way to becoming quicker. So that means that the God and the angels and the universe, they've been sitting here waiting on you. They want to give you everything that you desire, but they can't give it to you until you trust yourself. So today, again, make that one bold move without asking for reassurance. That one bold move may even be signing up for Manifest That Shit. But make the one bold move. You don't need no reassurance. In the book Think and Grow Rich, they have a story about these this group of people, you know, they went to fight on different territories, you know, back when fighting and gaining territory over the land, well, I guess that is still prevalent today, but, you know, more prevalent back then. And so they would take their boats to go fight. And the captain of all of it would burn the boats behind him. Why? Because he said, we either win or we don't go home. We have to start making decisions like that. And it wasn't we either win. It was we winning. This is about to be our land, right? We need to start making decisions like that. You've decided. Now we move forward like the woman who decides. Because you deserve. You deserve. Okay. So join me inside Manifest That Shit. We start March the 17th. It is going to be beautiful. It is a one-to-one program. We only meet to get the education and information of what we're going to be doing each week. And then you meet with me one-to-one so we can put it into action, right? Instead of me coming on the call teaching you, I come on the call and it's all about you. Okay. I have never been in any program like this. I have been in many programs, a lot of these group coaching programs. You get lost in the sauce. And so I wanted to do something different. And I don't want you to get lost in the sauce. I want you to truly, truly win. I want you to truly, truly thrive. And we do that by focusing on the things that are going to move the needle. Okay. So I'm here for you. I want to see you win. I want to see that money in your bank account. I want to see you traveling the world first class. I want to see your children's college education paid for. I want to see you win. And doing so looks like shifting the identity within you so your outer world changes. And that's exactly what we do inside Manifest That Shit. So let's get to the bag. Okay. So I love y'all in real life. You can always message me or comment manifest below. If you want to get inside Manifest That Shit. Again, like I said, we start March 17th. It is going to be powerful. If you think my energy is good here, could you imagine 1-to-1 with me? I promise you, 5 minutes with me changes your life. So imagine 12 weeks. All right. I love you. Let's get to it. Happy Thursday. We'd have made it for another daily service. I am so proud of all of those who have shown up. Just know, Coach Jackie got your back, baby. You're meant to win. And rocking with me, you will definitely do so. Love y'all. Bye.